Dear friends, today we are going to discuss economic growth and international trade. What will be the effect of growth on international trade? We are going to discuss that. You already know the technical progress. Empirical studies in many countries indicate that most of the increase in real per capita income is due to technical progress and much less to capital accumulation. The empirical studies indicate that most of the increase in real per capita income in industrialized countries is mainly due to technical progress and much less to capital accumulation. Not only because of capital accumulation, mainly because of technical progress. Technical progress will lead to real increase in the per capita income. We already studied the three types of technical progress. First one is labor saving technical progress or capital deepening technical progress, means increasing the productivity of capital proportionately more than the productivity of labor. If technical progress increases the productivity of capital more than proportionately than the productivity of labor, we can say it's a labor saving technical progress. Capital saving technical progress means if technical progress increases the productivity of labor proportionately more than the productivity of capital. Labor saving technical progress or capital saving technical progress or labor deepening technical progress. It means if technical progress increases the productivity of labor proportionately more than productivity of capital, we can say it's a capital saving technical progress or labor deepening technical progress. Neutral technical progress means technical progress will increase the productivity of labor and capital in the same proportion. So we can say it's a neutral technical progress. These are the three types of, according to Higgs, these are the main three types of technical progress. And the relation between technical progress and nation's production formula. Usually when technical progress happen, the production possibility curve shift upward. Technical progress shift the production possibility curve upward. Here on the diagram, x-axis we represent the commodity X and y-axis we represent the commodity Y. The productivity of labor and capital doubles in the production of X, output also doubles. The productivity of capital and labor doubles in the production of X, the output also doubles. Because here the nation, we assume that nation 1 is a labor abundant nation concentrated in the production of commodity X. So, if productivity of labor and capital doubles in the production of X, output also doubles. Nation 1 uses all the resources in the production of X only. So, production possibility curve shift from point 140 to 280. It doubled. From the point of production of commodity X, the production possibility curve shift point 142 to 80. If the productivity of labor and capital doubles in the production of Y, output also doubles. Here the production possibility curve shift to 0.70 to 140. In the absence of trade, all type of technical progress will lead to increase the nation's welfare. In the absence of trade, technical progress definitely will lead to increase the nation's welfare. It will increase the nation's welfare. Nation's welfare could. Higher production for year, because higher production per year and same level of population. So each citizen could be made better off after growth. Technical progressന് ശേഷം കുറച്ചും കൂടി ബെറ്റർ പൊസിഷനിലായിരിക്കും അവർ. സെയിം പോപ്പുലേഷൻ ആണ്, പ്രൊഡക്ഷൻ ഫ്രോണ്ടിയർ ഷിഫ്റ്റ് ചെയ്യും അപ്വേർഡിലോട്ട്. സോ ഈച്ച് സിറ്റിസൺ കുഡ് ബി മെയ്ഡ് ബെറ്റർ ഓഫ് ആഫ്റ്റർ ദിസ് ടെക്നിക്കൽ പ്രോഗ്രസ് ഓർ ഗ്രോത്ത്. Next we are going to discuss what will be the effect of growth on trade. What will be the effect of growth on trade? ഈ ഗ്രോത്തിൽ the impact എന്താണ് ട്രേഡിൽ? We have seen so far that factor growth and technical progress resulted in outward shift in the nation's production frontier. What happens to the volume of trade depends on the rate at which the output of nations' exportable and importable commodities grow and on the consumption pattern of the nation as its nation's income expands through growth and trade. What happens to the volume of trade depends on the rate at which the output of nations' exportable and importable commodities grow and on consumption pattern of the nations. വോളിയം ഓഫ് ട്രേഡ് എങ്ങനെയാണ് എഫക്റ്റ് ചെയ്യുന്നത്, ഗ്രോത്ത് എങ്ങനെയാണ് വോളിയം ഓഫ് ട്രേഡിനെ എഫക്റ്റ് ചെയ്യുന്നതെന്ന് ഡിപ്പെൻഡ്സ് ചെയ്തിരിക്കുന്നത് രണ്ട് ഫാക്ടേഴ്സിനെയാണ്. അതായത് ഔട്ട്പുട്ട്, അതായത് നമ്മുടെ പ്രൊഡക്ഷൻ, എക്സ്പോർട്ടബിൾ കമ്മോഡിറ്റിയുടെ പ്രൊഡക്ഷൻ ആണോ ഇമ്പോർട്ടബിൾ കമ്മോഡിറ്റിയുടെ പ്രൊഡക്ഷൻ ആണോ ഇത് ഇഫക്റ്റ് ചെയ്തിരിക്കുന്നത്, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ കൺസംഷൻ പാറ്റേൺ, എക്സ്പോർട്ടബിൾ കമ്മോഡിറ്റിയുടെ കൺസംഷൻ പാറ്റേണിലാണോ ഇമ്പോർട്ടബിൾ കമ്മോഡിറ്റിയുടെ കൺസംഷൻ പാറ്റേണിലാണോ എഫക്റ്റ് ചെയ്തിരിക്കുന്നത്, അതിനെ നോക്കിയിട്ടാണ് അതിൻ്റെ ഇഫക്ട്സ് നമ്മൾ നോക്കാം. We are going to define what is pro-trade, anti-trade and neutral trade. Pro-trade, anti-trade or neutral trade. First we consider the pro-trade situation in production and pro-trade situation in consumption. And production is pro-trade if the output of nations' exportable commodity grows proportionately more than the output of its importable commodity at constant commodity prices. When production will be pro-trade, if the output of nations' exportable commodity grows proportionately more than the output of its importable commodity at constant relative prices, commodity prices. Then growth tends to lead to a greater than proportionate expansion of trade. ട്രേഡിൽ ഗ്രോത്ത് വരുന്ന സമയത്ത് ഗ്രോത്ത് എക്സ്പോർട്ടബിൾ കമ്മോഡിറ്റിയുടെ പ്രൊഡക്ഷനാണ് കൂടുതലായിട്ട് ഗ്രോ ചെയ്യുന്നത് ഇമ്പോർട്ടബിൾ കമ്മോഡിറ്റിയുടെ പ്രൊഡക്ഷനേക്കാളെങ്കിൽ ഓഫ് കോഴ്സ് വോളിയം ഓഫ് ട്രേഡ് ഇൻക്രീസ് ചെയ്യും. കാരണം എക്സ്പോർട്ട് കൂടും. ഇമ്പോർട്ടബിൾ കമ്മോഡിറ്റിയുടെ പ്രൊഡക്ഷൻ കൂടിക്കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ ഇമ്പോർട്ട് ചെയ്യുന്നത് കുറയും, അപ്പോൾ വോളിയം ഓഫ് ട്രേഡ് കുറയും. If the output of nation's exportable commodity grows proportionately more than the output of its importable commodity at constant relative commodity prices, we can say production is pro-trade. Then consumption is pro-trade. Consumption is pro-trade only if nation's consumption of importable commodity increases proportionately more than nation's consumption of its exportable commodity at constant prices. The constant prices importable commodity consumption increase cheyana larger than the proportionate increases more than the consumption of nation's exportable commodity. Exportable commodity consumption ആണെങ്കിൽ എക്സ്പോർട്ട് ചെയ്യാനുള്ള കമ്മോഡിറ്റീസ് കുറവായിരിക്കും, വോളിയം ഓഫ് ട്രേഡ് കുറയും. ഇമ്പോർട്ട് ചെയ്യുന്ന കമ്മോഡിറ്റിയുടെ പ്രൊഡക്ഷൻ കൺസംഷനാണ് കൂടുതലെങ്കിൽ നമ്മുടെ ഇമ്പോർട്ട് കൂടും, വോളിയം ഓഫ് ട്രേഡ് കൂടും. കൺട്രിക്ക് ഫേവറബിൾ ആണോ അൺഫേവറബിൾ ആണോ എന്നല്ല നമ്മൾ നോക്കുന്നത്, അവിടെ നമ്മൾ കൺസിഡർ ചെയ്യുന്നത് വോളിയം ഓഫ് ട്രേഡിൻ്റെ ഇമ്പാക്റ്റ് ആണ്. Here we consider only the impact on volume of trade. We are not considering is it favorable to the nation or unfavorable to the nation. It's just considering what will be the impact of this growth on volume of trade. Okay. Then production is portrayed if output of the nation's exportable commodity increases proportionately more than the output of its importable commodity. Consumption is portrayed if nation's consumption of its importable commodity increases proportionately more than its exportable commodity. And production is anti-trade. If the output of nation's importable commodity grows proportionately more than the output of its exportable commodity, we can say our production is anti-trade. If the output of nation's importable commodity increases proportionately more than the output of its exportable commodity. Exportable commodity production ekkalum kududal importable commodity production aanu kududengil volume of trade korayum, adayathu anti trade aayirikkum. Then consumption is consumption is anti-trade only. Here is it anti-trade. It's a small mistake. If nation's consumption of its exportable commodity increases proportionately more than nation's consumption of its importable commodity, we can say consumption is anti-trade. Consumption is anti-trade if the nation's consumption of its exportable commodity increases proportionately more than the consumption of nation's importable commodity. We can say that our consumption is anti-trade. And what it happens to the volume of trade in the process of growth? What will be the impact, net impact in the volume of trade? It depends on the net result of these production and consumption effects. The impact of growth on volume of trade depends on the net result of production and consumption effects. If both production and consumption are pro-trade, the volume of trade expands proportionately faster than output. If production and consumption are pro-trade, the volume of trade expands proportionately faster than the output. If production and consumption are both anti-trade, volume of trade expands proportionately less than the output and may even decline absolutely. If production and consumption are pro-trade, volume of trade expands. If production and consumption are anti-trade, volume of trade expands less than the output. And if production is pro-trade and consumption is anti-trade or vice versa. If production is pro-trade and consumption is anti-trade or vice versa, what happens to the volume of trade depends on the net effect of these two opposing forces. Okay. If production is pro-trade, consumption is anti-trade or vice versa, what happens to the volume of trade depends on net effect of these two opposing forces. One is favorable, other is unfavorable to the volume of trade. Then what happens to the volume of trade depends on the net effect of these two opposing forces. If both production and consumption are neutral, trade expands at the same rate as output. If production and consumption are neutral, trade expands at the same rate of